Okay, now we're going to look at this question here, which is the second one we had to do for homework. Again, it says that the object is made up of 25mm blocks. So it's 25 high there, as you can see from the dimension, and each of those lines across there are 25, 25, 25. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 25s is 150. It goes back 100, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 25s is 100. So we're asked to draw an isometric drawing of this. And when we're asked to draw an isometric drawing, we always have to start off by drawing our crow's foot, which is our 30-degree line. Now I'm drawing them heavier than I need to, so you can see them on the screen, but you need to keep these lines light. T-square tight to the side of the board, set square sitting on top of the T-square, and you go back at your angle of 30 degrees. If you're drawing that line lightly, you can go back as far as you like. It doesn't matter how far you draw that line back, because if you draw it lightly, later we're going to heavy in the finished object. So I'm looking at my drawing here, and the first thing I'm going to do is go back 100. We can turn this whichever way we want. I'm actually going to go back 150 and go up 25 and make the width of it 100. So first thing I'm going to do is go back 150, which measured from my point there along the line 150 brings me to there, and I'm just going to draw my vertical line. And you can see the way when I'm drawing the lines here, I always let them cross at the corner. You're going to be drawing these lines lightly, but if you let them cross at the corner, it just means that you're a little bit more accurate when you're going to heavy the thing in, because you can see exactly where the corner is. Now I'm going to measure up from the point of my crow's foot 25. There's my dot, and again with my 30-degree set square, the 30-degree angle 90, 60. We're only using the 30-degree angle. From my point, measure up 25. I'm going to go back, T-square tight, set square on top of the T-square, go back at 30 degrees. Now I turn my T-square around, and from this point I go back 30 degrees in the other direction. How far do I go back? Well, off my drawing I go back 100. So from there I measure 100 back, and that's my vertical line drawn. So there's the two sides of the object I'm drawing. Now I just need to go 30 degrees that way, go 30 degrees that way till they meet, and that gives me the top of my box, and my box with the hole in the middle of it. So my line goes back there, turn my 30 degree set square around, and my line goes back in the other direction. And there is the box that we're trying to draw. Now there's a couple of other little details on it. I'm going to draw in my 25-degree lines along here, and my 25-degree lines running along that way. So to do that, I take my ruler and I measure along my 150 edge, and along the line, on the line, I put my 25 marks. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. And there should be 6 equal spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to draw all those lines back, and this is good practice for making sure that your lines are going back parallel. So that line goes back there, there, so I'm drawing in my grid on the top of my box. And if I want just to show those lines on the front, I can show them lightly. All these lines I'm drawn are drawn lightly. I just want to show those lines drawn onto the front of my box. Now on this side, on my 100 side, I'm going to divide it into 25 millimeters. So there's going to be 4 divisions. 1, 2, along the line. All my marks are on the line. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now through each of those marks with my T-square. Now these lines all have to be parallel, so T-square tight. set square sitting on top of my T-square, those lines go back at 30 degrees. Now you'll be drawing these really lightly. I need to go a little bit heavier on them just to make sure you can see them. I'm just drawing them in on this side here. Now, that's all our information on our sheet. The next thing we need to do is just heavy in what we're going to see. Let's take another look at our picture here. We have the outline on the top. We have an inner hole, which is one box in the whole way around. We have the front, and there's also going to be a little line shown in there, which is the inside of the corner. Okay. So just to finish this off and have it complete, let's draw the outside of the box. Now it takes a little bit long. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get the hang of this. But you just need to keep remembering that you're always drawing 30-degree lines and vertical lines for now till we get the hang of it. So you're always using your 30-degree angle, and you're always turning it this way, and then you're turning it this way to get the other side. So I'm having this in felt. You're just going to lean on your pencil. You don't need to draw. Don't draw on pen on your drawings. That line goes back there, and I'm just going to do those three vertical lines there, there, and there. So there's the outline of my object. Now, if I look in one block there and one block there, it gives me a point there. If I come in one block here and one here, it gives me one there. One here, gives me one there. One here and one here, it gives me one there. And what that's going to look like is that. Now there's a little bit more detail because we can see right down into it, and we know that this is all one block thick. What we're going to see here is the inside. I can actually have it in with felt. Is the inside of that hole. And there's our object complete. Draw our two lines 5 millimeters apart beside it, and we're just going to write in isometric drawing. Your name, the date, which is the 30th, and isometric drawing homework. And just a couple of things. The things we need to remember about this type of drawing. It always starts off with a 30-degree angle here, and another 30-degree angle here. Now it's like all our drawing, our T-square needs to be tight to the side of the board. That there is 30 degrees there. That's 30 degrees there. And that's our finished drawing. What you can do now is take some colours and apply a little bit of shading to the edges, or not colouring in, just a little bit of shading to the drawing, and just finish it off. Okay, give it a go, see how you get on.